I didn't even know I went live. Okay, come on in, y'all. Oh my goodness. I know I was getting set up for it. I was getting everything together. Thank y'all for joining. I don't even know how long I was live. I mean, great day. Ronisha, what's up? Thank you so much for the likes. Y'all come on in. Let me see who all up in here. Okay, come on in. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. That's what I'm talking about. What up, twin? Yeah, so, like I said, I stepped away to grab my notebook, and I did not know it hit live. Wow. So I am so glad that you guys were able to come in. Let me see what else we got. What else we got? Okay. All right. Come on in, y'all. You know we're about to have a good conversation. Let me find us some music. Thank y'all for joining. I want you guys to like, share, follow, okay? Let me get myself situated on here. Let me find it on here. And let me get myself situated on here. Let me find it on here. And I'm sorry, I wasn't all the way set up. How was y'all day today? And I'm sorry, I wasn't all the way set up. How was y'all day today? Ain't no touch K over here. We do self-healing. We do love. We do peace, joy. We ain't doing no gossiping. We ain't doing no mess. We ain't doing no drama. We ain't doing none of that. If that's what you're looking for, go find that. She's a pretty girl though, but yeah. No, that's not it. But anyway, that's good. That's good. I'm still trying to get set up. Like I said, I didn't even know it went live. I didn't even know. Yes. All right, so a couple of things that we're going to talk about, right? I was just sitting and thinking, and I was thinking. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I was thinking, like, all right, what's some of the topics you want me to talk about, guy? Like, I'm really getting focused, like, trying to figure out, like, what is it that you want me to talk about? Because I never want to come on here with nonsense, and that's one of my biggest things when I'm talking, when I'm, in coach mode, is to make sure we're not talking about nonsense. Anything that is on my page, it is going to be about how can I be a better version of myself? How can, what can get me to the next level, for a success? How can I bring the generational wealth? How can I be the curse breaker in the bloodline? How can I make my life better as well as my generation? And that's the type thing that I'm on. And I like to talk about the spiritual awakening and things like that. And the reason why, and I really don't like talking too much spiritual, and that's because I want to focus on what God got me to do, and that is to teach love, teach you how to love yourself. But in order to love yourself, that's part of the awakening. So we'll touch this, though, because you have a lot of people that, like I said before, they love to do the self-love, and they love to do the I'm awakened, and they love to say these type things, and they jump on the bandwagon of I'm a spiritualist. I pray to whichever deity or whatever it is that they want to pray to. And, however they want to do their, if they want to sit under the moon or sit at a picket fence or whatever it is to get their manifestations going. And that's fine. My thing was, you don't push your agenda and values on anyone else. You stay true to who you are and do you. And that's the most important part. Don't judge others for how they communicate with their spirit guides or their higher power, their God, right? You allow them to be who they are. So with all that being said, one of the things is with the awakening, that how does that affect your self-love journey? Well, a lot of people believe in the twin flame is a thing of, it's a person, right? They look at it as, well, I'm spiritually aligned now, and I am going to just focus on my twin. My twin. Do you know how many twins I'm supposed to be of other people? Like, there's so many people that's just like, oh, you my twin. I am not your twin. Because the way you see your twin is totally different from what the twin is. The twin is myself, is my feminine and my masculine energy, and it's learning how to balance the two to become the best version of myself and vibrate on the highest level, which is love. Thank you guys for joining. I actually continue to join, follow, and share. And so what does all of that have to do with the self-love journey? Well, it has a whole lot to do with the self-love journey. What it does is it I'm sorry, I'm trying to get our music. I can't get our music. It has a whole lot to do with our self-love journey, because in that of dealing with your twin, your feminine and your masculine energy, you have to learn how to balance it. And if you don't know how to balance it, you will not be able to be at the higher version of yourself. So let's check this out. So if I don't know how to balance my masculine energy, what is masculine energy? Masculine energy, everyone think is that I walk around here and I act like a dude. And, you know, that's not what that is. That is that strong, that was taught to us to be a strong Black woman, that you're strong, you know, and we stand in that power, and we know how to take care of our family because we watched our families be, thank you for the follow, Queen. We watched our families be, not our families, but our mom be single moms, and, you know, raising all the kids, and she going to work and working all these jobs. She's providing, she's making something out of nothing. And that's what we were taught, you know, so we assume that that's what they mean when they say masculine energy, right? No, masculine energy, and also masculine energy is not, hold on, let me bark at you and do these different things and stand toe to toe with a man. That's not what that is about either. You are a woman. You never stand toe to toe with a man. Trust me, I've done it before. You know, and it's not a good feeling. You know, you look at it as you being respected as a woman. I'm standing up to these men and I'm telling them how it is. No, you're not being respected. You know, so what's happening to you is you a lot of people think like they look at me this way. No, they don't. You have no respect. What you have is now you're labeled a bitch. Now you're labeled bitter. Now you're labeled all these things because you think standing in your masculine energy is making you, you know, so tough and so well respected, and it's not. So let me get back to it. So standing in your masculine energy, in your twin flame journey, the twin flame is yourself, balancing your masculine and your feminine. So what I had to learn in my healing process is how to heal my masculine energy. And so what I thought, and a lot of women think this, is they think that, okay, well, I'm going through this healing and I'm going to heal. So I'm going to get my feminine energy, and then they go straight to, I'm going to go do this self-care. I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to start speaking softly. I'm going to, I guess I ain't going to get this music going. I'm going to, you know, start getting my hair done. I'm gonna speak softer. I'm gonna be a Proverbs 31 woman. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. And that's part of the healing. And it's not. Yes, all those things are great, but the key point of it, and everybody miss it, and it's just the same way as if you read the Bible, it's the eye of the beholder is what you understand and how you understand it. So when you pick up that Bible, you're gonna read it to your understanding, right? So it's just black and white to you. So if you pick up your Bible and you read it, it's just going to be black and white to you. You're going to read it for what it is, because you remember, and when you picking up your Bible, if this is your not first time, but your spiritual awakening, and you pick it up, you're like a babe. So when a babe learn how to read, right? What do? They interpret it for what it is. We as adults, we interpret it, break it all the way down, and we have the understanding of it. So the same thing with the spiritual awakening, trying to self-heal and become a better. Thank you, Nikki G, for following. And then you want to be the better version of yourself, and you want to be the best version of yourself. And you're like, I'm going through this self-healing. I'm about to go through this journey, and I'm about to go through the spiritual awakening. And you watch all these videos and you see all these things. And a lot of people are only doing what the surface level is, and that is what someone told them to do, but they don't understand how to live it. So let me explain to you how to live it. As a woman going into this journey, when you go into this twin flame journey, it is not what it is put out to be as a, a man and a woman, and then they learn the other side. You are the other side of me. You're the twin of me. No, it is you. It is just you. It's you. You have to go in and balance your masculine and your feminine energy. And when you balance those things, what happens is, thank you for the follow. What happens is God will then align you with your divine counterpart, because now you're balanced. And guess what? That person that you're calling your twin, that could possibly be your divine counterpart. He has to balance and understand the feminine energy within him in order for you guys to come together. And as I taught before, as I say, when a woman heal, here's the analogy. When a woman heal, this is the woman. This is the woman. When we heal, right? A woman, we were created whole. From the man, we were created whole, though. So when we heal, we go on the inside and we heal. All of this is being healed on the inside. For a man, now remember, a man was created, right? He was created, and then we came from his side, right? And we were created to be whole. We didn't have to be split in half to be made better. We didn't have to be split in half to do this, that. We were made whole, complete. That's it. So that's how powerful as a woman you are. We're going to get back to that. So this is you. You heal. When you heal, you go on the inside, and you heal your inside. You heal your heart. You heal your spirit. You heal your soul. You heal all these things. All right, Dr. Lee. You heal all these things. Now, here's the thing with the man. Here's the man. It's the reason why I got my hand open and my hand closed as a woman. The man, he heals everything on the outside, because that woman, she goes only on the inside and heal, because that's what she know. Remember, you are your twin. That feminine energy, you're healing the inside of you. Have you ever noticed that when you're healing, everybody still come and attack you, but you be so protective of your heart that you like, I'm not fooling with you. Women, you just say, nope, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not dealing with you. I don't want you around me. That could be the best man in the world, but guess what you're going to say? Thank you so much for the follow. Guess what you're going to say? You're going to say, I done been down this road too many times. I am healing and I have healed. I don't want that person around me. And they keep coming attacking you on the outside. And it hurt a little bit, but you block your heart to keep it from hurting a little bit. But on the outside, so that's why you go inside and heal, because once you heal on the inside, it doesn't matter what's happening on the outside, but it's going to get to a point that's going to get too hard and it's going to hurt. So we're going to get back to that, right? So the man, when he decides to heal, and the only way he's going to heal is when his divine counterpart. So this is what I need y'all to understand when y'all going with this. Oh, that's my twin. That's my twin. Back it up, bruh. That's not what that mean. What that mean is, woman, you heal, right? You healing your feminine and your masculine. You balancing that. That divine counterpart that you have, he's coming. He's only going to come when you heal. Your divine counterpart, the one that God got for you, because you got to remember, God loved you, right? And enough to protect you from bringing any and everything into your life. He loved his son just as well. So why would he bring his son to you and your life is all twisted? So when you heal, that's when he comes. He sees you. And he may be healed already, just waiting on you. But let's take it like this. Say, for instance, he's deciding to heal. You both are healing at the same time. You healing you. He's healing himself. Now, the reason why I got my hand open, because a man, when he heals the outside. This is why it's important. We're going to talk about it. He heals the outside. And when he heals that outside, he blocks out all the distractions. Any third parties or anything that was going on in his life, drugs, may it be females, may it be, whatever it is, partying or whatever it is, he's blocking those things out. He's making a change. He's stopping drinking. He's stopping smoking, because now he wants to give love and receive love. It's something that happened and lit a fire up in him. And that fire is God telling him, hey, it's time. Your time has come. Your time has come. It is time for you to do the things that I need you to do, because I already got her ready, because she's already whole. I just had to get her attention. But you, my son, it is time. This is your time to operate. So now he's operating. He's cutting everything off. He's all this, but it's something on the inside of him. Yes, it's time for that purpose. Yes, but it's something on the inside of him that he's longing for. It's something on the outside of her that she's longing for. So when they come together, so this is her and this is him. He's healed on the outside because he's her shield. She's healed on the inside because she's whole. So now she's about to go inward with him, heal his heart, and he's about to protect her. He's protecting her and he's going to heal her outside. See, nobody can get to her because he understands his mission now. Nobody can get to his heart because she understands the mission now. Have you ever seen when they say Beauty and the Beast that the woman is the only one that can tame the beast? She can tame the beast, or, that queen can tame the king, or, that wife can tame. Have you ever seen a relationship that woman can't do nothing for that man? That man get to acting crazy. He can't, matter of fact, he gonna hit her too, or that woman, nobody can tame her because she all about it. She gonna jump upside his head. All those things because they're not made to be together. It flows. When you're with the person that you're supposed to be with, it's going to flow. It took me some time to understand this. Even though God had ministered this to me for years and years and years, I still went inward, trying to find the good in a person because I can see your spirit. So I see the potential in you because you don't know who you are right now, but I see it and I know who you are. So I'm ready. But guess what? They're not ready for me. See, it wasn't either our time, because if it was my time, I wouldn't have wasted my time trying to get this guy to understand how much of a good person and what you're missing out on because you about to fumble the bag. No, but I'm not mad because I needed to run into and deal with all of the people that I ran into and dealt with. And I needed that in my life because it needed to get me to this point because my time has come. My time has come for me to stand in my purpose. See, all this time I was in practice mode. So all those time I was in practice mode, teaching other people always being kind, always doing the right thing. See, what if I would have treated people like they treated me, right? What if I understood because I knew my power? I knew that if I called judgment on somebody, I knew that if I go to my Father and say, Father, which is God, this person did this and this to me. I'm not happy. I knew consequences would come. So what if I went with the intent of, hey, they hurt me, God, deal with them. Yeah, he's going to deal with them because I'm his child. But at the same time, it's not going to make me feel good because I'm empathic. I care. So I would let a lot of people mistreat me because of the fact I don't want to call judgment on you because I know your consequences. So in that, I had to learn, okay, Coach, now what did you learn in that situation? You went, did what you wanted to do, wanted to be fast, wanted to do all these things. What did you learn in that? And that's what I stopped doing. I stopped beating myself up, dwelling and getting in my head. What I started doing is, what was the purpose of that? What do I need to learn from that? I'm not even mad no more. Let me explain something to you. It's guys that I've dated that they've sat and they talked about me, drugged me through the mud. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let's reel it back. Let's run that thing back. No, what they do in the beginning, and women, you can agree, when you're successful and you got it going on, it is hard to really date. You gonna always have them ones. And the ones that come for you, the ones that actually come and try to date you, they the ones that ain't got nothing going on for themselves. Because the ones that got something going on for themselves, they looking at you like, oh, well, she probably too much. It's probably this. So it's kind of hard out here. So when I would date, oh, they be so happy. They hurry up, tell their friends, pull out their phone. Look what I pulled. Look what I got. See, because this is the difference between them and I. I'm never going to tell anybody about you because I don't know where this is going to go. And then I don't want to have to admit that I ever dated you. But now I got to admit it because you done told everybody, right? But he's excited. So I get why he's excited. I want to tell people about me too. Boom. Clock that, right? So here's the thing. So now I'm believing in you. Exactly. The shiny new toy. And so I give you a chance. And then when it doesn't work out, guess what they do? They love to go back. They love to go back and do the whole thing of drag you through the mud. They create a narrative about you. They lie on you. They say these things. And see, what I had learned is I don't care what you say about me. I stopped trying to defend and justify my name a long time ago because for why? I know who I am. And the people that you're talking about me to and dragging me in the mud to is not even on my level. You and your group of friends are very low vibrational. Matter of fact, we so far off the same level, you don't even get the same grade of gas that I get at the gas station. We don't even go to the same gas. See, you go to the corner store gas station. I'm going to the real gas station because I need some gas. You going over there to do whatever, just to get you around the block. So I had to learn to stop comparing myself to things that I can't compare to. Stop getting mad at people that, excuse me, thank you, I am her for following. Amen, Louisiana. But comparing myself, thank you for the follow, comparing myself to people that we have nothing in common. How can I compare myself to you? How can you even, wait a minute now, but when you do that, male or female, it doesn't matter. But when you get with them and you show them nice, right? What men, when you show them how to be a gentleman and when you're nice, they call you a simp. They make you feel like, oh, he lame. When you being a man. But don't change yourself. See, in those moments, it make us feel a type of way. It make us feel a type of way. I mean, I've dated guys that was younger than me. I've dated guys that was older than me. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what happened is they cannot keep up with me. Their insecurities come in and then they project that onto you, right? So they project these insecurities onto you because it makes them feel good and feel better about they cannot meet the standards of where you are. And it's like their easy way to bow themselves out. So they can bow gracefully within. But Lord and behold, because everyone, I need you to understand what happens. The same people that mistreat you, the same people that come for you, the same people that dog you out, trust me, they're coming back. And when they come back, this is the toughest part. And this is about the healing. You have to heal enough. God bless. You have to be healed enough. See, God is not going to bring these people back until you heal. Now, let me explain something to you. When you heal does not mean, oh, I'm not mad about it. No. Oh, I'm not going to say nothing about it. I'm going to let them come and I'm going to still get them all these faces. See, what's going to happen is that person is going to come to you with that same, thank you for the follow, with that same issue. The same thing they did to you is about to come to you with the same issue about old girl that they dealt with that was younger than them, or old girl that they left you for, I did whatever. And same vice versa, a boy as well. The girl's going to come back to you as well. And guess what you got to do? See, this is the thing. This gets you closer to your divine counterpart, to the person that God wants you to be with, because God not going to bring you who you need to be with until you get yourself together. Hey, Avante. Yeah, until you get yourself together. And if you don't get yourself together, he's going to keep bringing these things to you. So when he bring that person back to you and that person say to you, yeah, so I was dating an old girl, which you already know that's the girl he left you for, right? Or old boy, because that's the old boy they played you for, made you seem like a simp, and she wanted a thug. You want a thug in your life. You wanted a puppy, and I'm big dog over here, but you wanted a puppy. So here's the thing. Now she coming back to you saying, he didn't treat me right. He did this, he did that, blah, 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 blah. Or she did that, she did blah, 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 blah. And guess what you got to do? You can do one or two things. But what you're not going to do is treat them how they treated you. Either you can say, I am so sorry. That's not where I am in my life, and I don't want to entertain any of that. And when you say that, that means that you cut them off completely. See, with me, when they come back, I have a couple. I'm 43 years old, so I dated some folks, right? And I have a couple. Some I don't even answer the phone. I don't even answer the phone at all. I don't even want to have a conversation. I don't want to hear I'm mad that you even had my number, that you even know the last 3 numbers of my phone number. I'm mad that I gave you attention. I'm mad that you're able to say, you know me. Oh, I don't like it. No. So I'm not answering the phone. Hopefully, thank you for the follow. And thank you so much. And then I have the ones that I actually listen because I understand this. Well, I don't like saying assignment because that makes people feel even worse. Hey, you my assignment. What kind of mess is that? I don't want to be your assignment. You're stupid. Get out my face now. So this is the thing though. Thank you guys for the follow. Okay. I love y'all. But They come back, and here's what you're going to do. You're just going to sit back and you can listen to their conversation, because in this time you need to teach them how they need to treat people. See, but when they come to you, they're going to come to you with the woe me. Look at that, they did me this. But in the same time, they want you back. But here's what the big deal is. You cannot come back in my space, because as long as you coming to me and you saying, woe me, look at me, she did this, he did this, and this happened, and da 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 happened, and blah 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 happened. Guess what's going to happen? It's telling me that you didn't heal, because when you heal, you don't use the woe me. You don't do the they did. You take accountability for what you accepted in your life and what you did, and then you discard it. That's what a healed person do. So when you say, thank you, Costico, love you. But when you're sitting there and you're doing the this, I don't want to hear. But if you come to me and you say, you know what? I acknowledge what a problem was. I acknowledge this, that, and the third. Thank you so much. Same for the follow. I acknowledge what this and that was. And I acknowledge all these things. And I know what part that I played in it. And this is the part that I need to heal. And the reason why I did that, I found that means you're doing some work. You're following. Thank you for following, you guys. That means you're doing the work, right? So if you're doing the work, then I can have a conversation. We can converse. If you're not doing the work, then don't talk to me. Because what you're about to do is allow your spirit to try and disrupt my spirit and come back in my space to cipher my energy. And with my energy, it's going to make you feel great. Thank you, Jesse. It's going to make you feel good on the inside, right? It's going to make you feel good on the inside. You taking all my energy so you can go back out there, still do me the same way. Go back. Oh, thank you so much. Go back out there and go do the same thing. What you're telling me is I'm your plug. I'm your connect. You need to come plug into me. And as I talk about in my book, if y'all haven't, look on my link and on my bio, it's Trinity Walk to Self-Love. I talk about being the energy company, basically. This is how you protect your energy. So I'm the energy company, of course. The energy company never runs out of power. I'm the power company. I never run out of power. I am the power source. So look at an outlet on the wall, right? If you plug your phone into that outlet on the wall, it's going to charge. But if you don't pay your bill, it's not going to charge. It's not going to charge at all. So for me, I'm going to allow you to plug into me, right? You come to me because I'm empathic. I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to stand in my purpose. I'm going to stand in my power. I'm going to stand in my grace. I am here to help heal. I am here to show love. I am here to teach love. I am here to show these things, but I am not here to be your plug. God is your plug. I am the vessel for the word to get out, but I am not your plug. But hear me out. Meaning that God is the actual power source. I am the outlet. You can come plug into me. But here it is. I have to have boundaries. Thank you for the follow. I have to have boundaries. So therefore you plug into me, and I'm allow that. And I'm allow you to come to me because my job is to teach. But it's with boundaries. Once you reach your limit, and because I'm going to set up the limits, because now no one can just come plug into me anymore. No one has let me tell you something. I had a phone number for over 20 something years, and I finally changed it because I realized too many people got access to me. No. So you plug into me, and then once you get to your limit, which is when you go from I just need prayer, and I just need, somebody to be there for me, and there is no apology behind it, or there is no accountability behind it. Oh, you reached your limit, because I am not about to be the place where you trauma dump. I am not going to be the place where you just cipher all my energy. I'm giving you love, and I'm praying, and I'm pleading the blood of Jesus. I'm rebuking, and I'm doing all these things. Thank you for the follow. Doing all these things to make sure that you are covered for you to walk out the door. Come on, bro. And then I'm sitting here drained because I done did my big one. I done did my big prayer. I'm over here sweating. Hair done balled up in the back. Glasses done fogged up. I mean, I done did my big one. And you're gonna walk out this door feeling good because I done gave you all the energy. No. You gotta give them an energy pool limit. And whatever that limit is for you, that's what you make happen. Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't wear glasses to see. I work at a computer all day, so I have to have it when I'm reading you guys' comments because I don't want to be squinting and different things like that. Thank you for the follow. So my thing is this. In that moment, what are you going to gain? What did I gain when I was with you? I gained nothing. I gained nothing. Whether it's a relationship, friendship, or whatever, I gained nothing. So with you out of my life, what does it matter? Those are the type things that you have to tell yourself. Thank you for sharing. Those are the type things that you have to tell yourself. You have to tell yourself those type of things. When they say have encouraging words, or when they say get some affirmations and different things like that. Well, you know what? Here's an affirmation. You looking at the person that come to you that put you in a situation that you in and got you feeling the type of way. Here's an affirmation. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I gained nothing with that person in my life. Why am I crying that he's not in my life or she is not in my life? Come on. That's what you tell yourself. All this, I am beautiful. I am loved. You should be doing that anyway because that's what you are. Let's talk about this. So if I'm created in God's image, right? He is love. He is peace. He is joy. He is happiness. He's all these things. That's of high vibration. And then I sit and sit in front of you right now as of today and say, hey, I'm God's child. I am his child. And then I go and allow somebody to go break my heart. How they gonna break something that ain't even theirs or mine? God bless me with this. And I'm running around, he broke my heart. Did he break your heart or did he hurt your feelings? Did she break your heart or did he or she hurt your feelings? I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. Which one is it? And that's why I talk about matching your emotions to the right word. It's the right word you want to match your emotions to. So my feelings hurt. I'm mad. What you mad for and your feelings hurt? That don't even sound good at all. So what you just taught your kids? When your feelings get hurt, you growl and get mad. That is the most important thing. I grew up with two emotions, happy and angry. Happy and angry. If you made me cry, I'm angry. You hurt my feelings, I'm angry. If I'm sad, I'm angry. You get death in the family, I'm angry. I get some money, I'm happy. I think that was about it. But I never had the other emotions, which were, I'm excited. I just got a promotion. I'm excited. I get a promotion. I'm like, okay. Because in the household, thank you for the follow. I wasn't taught to, hi, Mist. I wasn't taught to celebrate myself. So, okay, I got promoted. Thank you for the follow. My feelings was hurt. Well, what happened when that boy beat you? This was me growing up now. This was me growing up. I was raised by my father, tomboy. When that boy hurt your feelings, what happened? I beat him up. I don't know. I didn't know how to handle it. And then when I became an adult, all right. And then when I became an adult, guess what? How did I handle it when my spouse cheated on me? Well, this was something different now. This was different. When we first got married, I was in my 20s. I knew what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want to. Same, because why you playing 17 fosters, I can relate. Okay. 17 false homes as a child. Okay, God bless. Yes. But as I got older, I didn't want to be like the rest of my family. I didn't want to be divorced. I didn't want to, thank you, God. I didn't want to be divorced. I didn't want to be fighting with my spouse. So I went a different route. I allowed him to run me over. I allowed this man. I wish I was that 18, 19-year-old me when I married him, because I'd have probably knocked his head between the washer and dryer. But anyway, that's a whole nother story, right? But I allowed him to cheat on me because I thought I chose to be a Proverbs 31 woman, right? Because as we talked about earlier, right? What up, Steve? As we talked about earlier, when I kind of got off sidetrack. But anyway, as we talked about earlier, what you read of Proverbs 31 is, you read it for the black and white for what it is. And you just read that and you like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So in my first marriage, that's what I did. I allowed him to cheat. I allowed him, listen, we get a 4-day weekend. That joker will mess up on that Thursday, will come start a fight with me on Thursday. I wouldn't see his tail until Monday. Vice versa, whatever the 4-day was on. He would purposely, but we lived in this glass house that everything's supposed to have been perfect. So I would allow him to run over me. And when they tell the story, I was told to be the one that was crazy and blah, 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 blah. And I took that because I wanted to be a good wife. But oh, wait a minute. See, there was another person inside of me, the one that lay dormant, that lived within me, the one that I sat down because I decided to get married. She kept trying to nudge up. See, that was the hood side of me, right? Kept trying to nudge back like, you ain't no punk. Stand up, stand up. And I'm like, no. He ain't that tough. So I don't really want to put that pressure on him like that, right? Because he's just not that type of person. He didn't grow up in the hood like I did, right? So I allowed him to mistreat me. I allowed him until finally I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. This is kind of stupid. This is not me. I feel like I'm being played. I feel like I'm being punked, right? I feel like this ain't me. So now I'm really shaking the tables in the household, because now I'm getting looked at as, oh, she ghetto. Because I'm not conforming and being, God bless you too, sister. Hey, Ash. But, so I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and step back and do my own thing. But in all of that, what I learned is I learned how to start setting boundaries with him. I did not know that I needed to set boundaries with everybody. Because like I said, I am a wife. I've never been a girlfriend. I've never been anyone I've dated. It may not went as far because of the fact I don't know how to be a doggone girlfriend. I don't know how to do these things. I know how to come in, take care, and do what I need to do. I know how to take care of business. I am a wife. This is who I am, and this is what I do. So if you here to play, and if you here for a short time, then we need to discuss that right off the bat. Hey, if that's what we're going to be here for, to mix and mingle for the night, then fine. Let's just talk about that. Because what you're not going to do is come and play with me. And that's what used to happen. They would come in and they would play the games, and they would play the games. Hey, you guys. All right, I'm glad it's hitting the FYP. Thank you for the follows. Come on in. I'm loving this right now. I'm getting that vibe, right? So here's the thing. And so let's make that clear up front. But don't come to me later talking about, oh, this ain't what I want to do because, I got a lot going on, my money. And then they always come out with the truth. Look, I ain't got no money. Look, I ain't got this and I ain't got. All right, cool then. But you should have said that from the front. But what I can do is be a part of your life. I can't be a part of your life because I'm a wife. Some people are just born that way and some people are not. But see, I thought being a wife, you had to act a certain way. You had to be all this. When they say submissive, because like I said, when you read the Bible, you read it for the black and white that it is. You read it for the black and white that it is. It says, be submissive, be submissive. So what we hear, do what he say. You crazy. It never sat well with me. I was raised by my father. So listen, you say what? Do what you say. See, now that's the control thing. Everybody like, oh, now you act too much like a dude. You want to control everything. You want to do this. You want to do that. No. That's not what I want to do. It's just, why am I going to be submissive to somebody that doesn't even know how to lead? Are you crazy? How am I the leader of the family? If I'm the follower leader, if something go wrong, you calling me the tire bus. You calling me. I got to change the flat. How does that make sense? But yet you mad. You upset because she won't comply. She won't listen. You telling my family she don't listen to me. And I will never. If I have to lead, what the hell I'm listening to you for? You about to get us lost. Did you ain't even pass land nav? What do you know? What can you tell me? Exactly, Sasha. You have to know when. You have to know when and who. And only way you're going to know when and who is when you understand who you are, whose you are, and what your purpose is. If you don't understand what your purpose is or who you are, how you in anybody's relationship? That's why I have to ask myself that. I have to laugh sometimes when I think about some of the people I dated. Like, what? Everybody before I really went through this, when God really told me it was my time to stand in my purpose, when he told me, hey, your time is here. Before that, I look at everybody like, oh, Lord, what was I doing in that, playing in that woman's child's son's face for? Because I didn't know if I was coming or going. I was operating like I had a manual. Do you understand me? I was not operating like there was a there was love there. There was love there, but it was conditional, okay? Meaning, yes, a manual. Meaning, we got to go through the checklist. So, this is how it goes. I'm going to cook, I'm going to clean, I'm going to do everything that a wife does. I'm going to do all these things. And you got to entertain me. And you got to make sure I'm not bored. And you need to... I had to learn, girl, get you a hobby. Let that man cook. But I didn't know. All I knew how to do is to take care of things, people, places, just do a job. Everything was a job to me. Everything was a job to me. Everything. So which bringing me to something that I was studying. Let's talk about this. So, say for instance, you healing, right? We're going to go straight into everybody I'm talking to right now is healed. Let's just talk about that. Yeah, and Keela, guess what? If everything seemed like a job to you, that means that it is something that you still got to go inward and heal. Because it's something in you that is crying out for attention. It's within. But we so busy taking care of everybody else. Yeah. So listen, check this out. Let's say we all healed, right? Thank you for the follow. We're all healed. And let's talk about this free will. And I'm going to talk about the free will, but we're going to look at the religion and the spirituality. Yes, we all do. Thank y'all so much for the follow. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in. Let's get it popping. But listen, check me out, though. Check me out. Here we go. So we got the free will, the spirituality, and then you have the religion, right? You have so many people that are into the whole spirituality now. And they're getting away from the generational things of the generational curses and the things that they were taught. That they were telling them, hey, the pastor said this, that means it's true. And it's not true. The pastor said that, so that means that that's true. No, that's not. Yes, it is, but it's not. They working with something, Desiree. We talked about that last week, but I might touch on it. I might have time to touch on it now, a little bit later. But let's just say when God said, his chosen people, right? He say, just look at, ain't no other people exist other than the people that God chose. That's it. That is it. His chosen people. What if the spiritual awakening was just for those people, right? What if the spiritual awakening and everything and the free will was just for the people that he created in his image, right? So he created them in his image. And he gave them free will. We taking everybody else out. The only people that exist is the ones that he created, right? That are chosen. And the free will was only for them. The laws that were created in the Old Testament was just for them. And we're going to talk about how everybody else got included, but it was just for them. And that free will was, hey, you can go and be with the religion of man, what man made religion to be, or go follow these deities and different things, or you can follow what I tell you by the love that I give, by my gifts, my fruits. What if that was the free will? What if that was the free will? And people chose to go out in these different things, which, here's the thing. When we talk about the enemy, let's say that the enemy is the other people in the world. Now, the enemy is always going to come in and say, hey, look at us. We're good. We this religion, we that religion, we this. Because if you open in any Bible, any religion, you're going to hear all about all these different gods and how it played out and all these different things. But you always going to read that there's only one enemy. One. It does not say it got the 20 enemies. It has one. That's one thing for a fact, for sure. It does not say it got the 20 enemies. It has one. That's one thing for a fact, for sure. What if? Then what? What do you do now? So all this of everybody trying to figure out what's next. Thank you. What's next? How should I be moving this way? How should I be moving that way? How should I be doing it? What if you just focus on just what it is? You will know me by my fruits. You will know my voice. Because it's in us, because he created us in his image. So if he's in me, why am I hearing about the different deities from this person and that person and all these different things, and I'm going with what I want to go with? But instead, taking it as free will. That's your free will. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to rock with me? Or are you going to roll with what man made? That's one of the things. And that's the freedom he gave us. So right now in this season that we're living in a season that all these different things are out there. You know, as we were talking about earlier about the twin flames and all that different things. It's so funny how the enemy will take something that is to be true, but twist it, send it out there in the world and make it sound so good. And it causes you to chase something. Anytime, because if we talk about, as they say, the twin flame journey, all it is to send you down a rabbit hole, right? Because you're reading it for black and white of what it is. Oh, it's somebody out here with my other half, and I know who it is. It's that guy. Because every time I see him or I see her, I get this tickly feeling around my heart. It just makes me tickle on the inside, right? When the whole time I was created in his image, so everything I need is within me. The twin is in me. My masculine, my feminine energy, balancing me. But the enemy, no, it's not. It's in Buddy over there. You should go chase him. You should burn yourself out. Because anything that'll keep you up all night, anything that'll keep you confused, God is not a God of a confusion. Anything that causes chaos, anything that causes mess, anything that will cause you to stop on your spiritual journey, to focus on a journey that was made up. What we call those pagans. Pagan is a made up God. Pagans are just made up beliefs. So anything that'll cause me to run this way. And just because this guy, oh, you my twin, me and you get along good. No, bro, we get along good. Oh, man, me and you got the same zodiac. I'm spiritual. I'm of God. I embody them all. So you can't put me to, oh, you act just like a Taurus, or you act just like this. I embody them all because I know my gift. I don't have to sit and compare myself to what a zodiac is. I am a zodiac, period. That's it. End of it. That's it. That's it. I'm not here to tell you what this is and what that is. Listen, God has told me what my gift is. He told me what my purpose is. So guess what? If he gave me If God has given me the power to help others and, do the things that I need to do, then guess what? He's going to make sure that I'm likable by all the so-called zodiacs. That's bright. Let me see. How to turn that down. My light went out, y'all. Yeah. So he's going to I'm going to embody all those. And that's that. So why would he put me on a mission that I'm not going to be able to get you? Key. Why would he put me on a mission that I'm not going to be able to communicate with you? He's going to bring you in my path, but I have no tools in my tool bag that's going to be able to help you on your journey. But he brought you on my path. Now, it's something that's in me that's going to relate to you, that's going to trigger something in you to make you do what it is that you're supposed to do. See, my job is not to tell you and feed you on, oh, God is this and God is great and God is... I am supposed to show up and be who I am because I know whose I am and I know what my purpose is. Everything else is just going to follow. You're going to see what you need to see in me. Period. You're going to see what you need to see in me, period. So it doesn't matter if I come out with a bonnet on, slides on, one sock and one sock off. You can get some virtual hugs, Sam. Guess what? You can also get a prayer. Just tell me the word and I'm going to pray for you. But at the same time, all you supposed to do is just show up and be who you are. I am not here to make you drink no living water. I am not here to do any of those things. What I am here for is for you to see me and say, dang, I want to be like her. Look what we've been talking about, y'all. We've been talking about how you allow the spirit to show up first. When you allow the spirit to show up first. Thank you for the sharing. Thank y'all for the love. Listen, when I go into a building, the spirit shows up first. Now, when I was unhealed, guess what they used to feel like? Why is everybody looking at me? Everybody looking at me. Everybody's staring at me. When I walk in the building, everybody just turn around, stop. And it was just like the music stopped. Everybody just look at me and I'm like, oh God, something wrong with me. I make myself real small. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about this all week. And I make myself really, really small because I'm insecure because I was unhealed. Now that I'm healed, right? I understand that the spirit goes before me. So before I open the door, the spirit done already showed up. Done blew the horn like dun-da-da-dun, dun-da-da-dun. Coach Nice here. Everybody stand up because she's about to walk through the door. See, you already got their attention because before you even hit the door, they already turning their head because they got a feeling. Because the spirit in them is telling them, hey, yo, somebody about to come up in here. And that spirit already telling them, I'm not going to like her. The spirit is already doing it. So when I open the door, boom. See, I don't play myself small no more. I don't look around and say, no, what happened is, hey, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I get my walk on and I speak. When I speak with authority. I'm very direct. I am who I am. Yes, you do. And guess what I got? I'm a life coach. Go on my website, book it. DM me. But listen, I show up. And when I show up, I don't have to show out. My spirit gonna show out. And guess what they spirit doing? They spirit like, bro, I don't even like her. The other spirit like, I don't recognize her. Now, we done been in this city for a long time. We done jumped house to house to house. She kind of looked like Nye. But Nye would have crawled and ran up out of here crying. This chick, Coach Nye, I don't know her. She looked like Nye, but I don't really know her. How am I supposed to deal with her? Who sent you? Who sent you? I don't like you. But see, you don't like me because you don't know me. You don't know Coach Nye, but you knew Nye. Nye was out of there. That's right. Nye would do whatever. Nye was a people pleaser. Nye was just out here just trying to find love. Nye was trying to fill a void because the childhood hurt and drama. That's what Nye was doing. Nye was weak. See, Coach Nye, as I say, remember? Jesus, I know. John, I know. But who are you? So now I know. I even know Isha. I even know your family. But who the hell from? I ain't got time to study you. Now they whatever building you done walked in, they all in there confused. Have you ever noticed that all the attitudes going on, except for some people, they just smile with you because they spirit said, oh, she has arrived. Yes, sir. You get them ones that just overly happy, coming to assist you, want to do this for you, want to break it down because they spirit said, yes, my friend is here. See, the one that I'm supposed to be doing my mission with is here. Now she's about to see, because in this building, they've been giving me hell in this building. See, I ain't even got to tell her nothing because she already know me. So Coach Nana walked in the building and she can see what's wrong in this building. So her spirit's going to know my spirit, and my spirit is going to talk to her spirit, and my spirit going to tell her how bad they've been mistreating me. Have you ever noticed that when you come in, everybody just acting a fool and they think they about to talk to you crazy, and the buck stops there and all of a sudden, boop. Talking to the wrong one. Should have had a V8. Talk to the wrong one. You're talking to Coach Nye. So now I got to get you and put you in your place. Now you looking crazy. You got the ham and cheese face. Your fault, not mine. That's a you problem. You shouldn't have came to me, because you should have understood when the door opened and my theme music was playing that I was somebody important. But see, her spirit knew. That's why she was like, all right, cool, I'm going to sit back. So all this that you've been mistreating people, you're not going to mistreat me. And matter of fact, you're going to start treating everybody else better than you've been treating them. Or you're going to find another job. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you find another job, because I don't have to know your manager. I know who's in charge of everything. And I'm going to tell my daddy. And when I tell my daddy, he going to say, no, you ain't going to mistreat my daughter. That was the whole purpose of us sending her up in there. So I'm going to go talk to your manager and see. My daddy said, I'm going to go talk to your manager. Well, your manager ain't even here, but I'm going to put it in their spirit. So when they come in, you will not have a job tomorrow. And my daughter don't have to go back and forth with you, because her job is complete. She showed up and she showed out, and old girl that's sitting over there smiling that greeted you at the door, see, her spirit already knew it. Her spirit told her, boo, sit back, watch this. But don't gloat, but sit back, watch this. Be humble, but sit back, watch this. You can smile a little bit, but sit back, watch this. And when they finish with her, when Coach Nye finished chewing her up and spitting her out, or taking half of her behind and throwing it in the drawer because she done chewed half of that off because she had to get her where she needed to be, then that's when you, because you're a child of God, because your spirit is going to say, hey, let's go give her a hug. And it's not going to be a fake hug. Guess what now? That same person that mistreated you, now she's going to say, hey, can you pray for me? And guess what your job is? The one that got mistreated is to show her love, because your job now is to teach love. Coach Nye is out. Her theme music and her red carpet done left already. Coach Nye said, yo, I'm out of here. I done did my job. Hey, da-da-da-da-da. I'm trying to tell you. So, I get excited. Do you understand me? When I'm doing my job, I get excited. Where's the one that said he had a bad day or she had a bad day? Let me find you. My presence is my presence. Exactly. I have had a bad day. Can I get some virtual hugs? Sam, you can get some virtual hugs. You can also get a prayer, but you just got to let me know if that's what you want to do. Do you understand me? So like I said, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time always. We always going to have a good conversation going. We're always going to make sure that we have each other back. See, when you're standing in your purpose and you heal, you don't care what people think. See, before I used to care what people think. I used to think like, oh, well, I can't do this. And I really want to get up and I want to preach and I want to say these things, but people going to take me as a joke because I just finished cussing up Buddy out yesterday. And then he going to look at me like, how's you praying for people? Well, I can't help it. That's my gift that I'm having. I'm an earth angel having a human experience. So I'm trying to get it together. So I would play myself small because I can't do that because God, you need to work on me. Well, God, I need you to work on me. It ain't time yet. And I'm telling God it ain't my time, which it wasn't my time yet, because if it was my time, he'd have threw me in it like he just did. But what happened is I'm like, well, God, I got to fix this. No, daughter, you don't need to fix that. I need you to stay just the way you are. Well, God, I'm a little too thuggish. Well, I need you to stay just that thuggish. Just keep your hands to yourself. Oh, okay. And I need you to be able to speak and say what I need you to say. And I need you to stand in your power. I need you to not change your tone. I need you to just stand in your power. I don't need you to put on makeup and change your clothes. I just need you to stand in your power. I just need you to show up. See, in these times that you keep opening your mouth, my baby, when you keep opening your mouth, that's not what I need you to do. I just need you to stand right there in your power. See, you're powerful when you're quiet, when you're silent, when you're getting attacked and you're quiet. You are very powerful. I'm so powerful because now they trying to figure out What did I go wrong? She ain't said nothing. What is happening? Okay, she ain't said nothing. Now they find themselves backtracking on the stuff that they said, right? Trying to get a reaction out of me, trying to get me to agree. I'm not going to agree with anything because my job is to sit here and let you make a fool of yourself because you're doing a good job at it. Have you ever seen the enemy get up every morning and he do a great job? He do a great job. Have you upset all day? Have you cussing people out? Have you stepping out of character because he's doing his job? See, he do a great job. His evaluation is top tier. See, he's wanted by all. See, the thing with him is he's so good at his job. No one can duplicate it. Nobody can be like him. He is the one and only. He get up every morning, stretch and say, yes, sir, I'm going straight to Coach Nye house and I'm about to piss her off. And guess what I do? Do my job. I let him cook. Now he gonna let me cook. I do my job. I look at him and say, I didn't got time for you today. Okay. Now he coming this way. Look, I ain't got time for you today. Now I'm in there trying to do my hair. I'm in the mirror. And he telling me, oh, you don't look good today. Look at that bump over there. Look, bro, I ain't got time for that. I could care less about this bump. See, now he follow me through the house. Now he jumps on my kids. Now I'm going back to back with my kids. Then I realize, boop, you should have had a V8 because I'm not going right now because I will beat you up, but I can't put my hands on you because I love you. So I already know what the enemy is trying to use you to come up against me. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. You go your way. I'm going to go my way. Then I come and I get on my computer, get ready for work. Guess what happened? Here he come with the all caps email. Well, I ain't got time for you today. See, that was what Nye used to do. See, he has to find new tactics to attack Coach Nye. I'm a totally different person now. I'm a person that will, yes, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to argue with you. I ain't got nothing for you. Matter of fact, you win, I lose. I could care less because what you're talking about has nothing to do with me. Because as you ascend, the higher and higher that you ascend, nobody can come for you. At this point in my life, no one can have access to me unless I give them access. Like I said, I had a phone number for over 20 years. Over 20 years. Listen. Changed my phone number because I'm tired of people having access to me. You get access to me if I want you to have access to me. The people that I want to have my number. If I forgot by the time when it's time for me to reach out and call them, then I say, oh yeah, they don't have my number. They can have my number. But in this moment in time, I give you what I want you to have. You can only get the space that I allow you to have. You just can't come up in my area. Is you crazy? I have cleaned, I have prayed, I have did all these things to make sure that this carpet in this area is clean, that anybody that come in there, you remember in the Old Testament, they would have to tie a belt or a rope around the priest because when he go in that tent to go to prayer, if his heart wasn't right, if his soul wasn't right, God was taking him just like that on the spot. So they had to be pulled out. So that's why they came with because it was at one point they didn't have the rope. And the reason they didn't have the rope, the reason they didn't have the rope because they thought, oh man, he's the priest, so we know he's good. So here, take this in there and do the offering for us. And then he wouldn't come back and they'd be waiting for days. And then they realized, wait a minute, priests lie too. Oh snap. Well, let's send another one in there. He got to be favored by God because I see this man every day, devoted, laying himself on the ground, doing what he got to do. He's God's friend. So God's surely going to bring him out. No, because Enoch was only his friend. But what you done did is sent somebody else up in there. And guess what? Now we waiting for months. You seen Buddy? You seen Priest Peter Paul? Have you seen him? I ain't seen that joke in about 40 days, 40 nights. So they said, well, let's put you go in there. No, I ain't going there. I ain't gonna make it. You go. No, I ain't going there. I ain't gonna make it. But you do know Buddy down the street. He be praying all night. Just put a rope around him. Can you imagine how they eyes bucked when that one that they sent in there actually came out? I wonder how they treated him. I bet they started treating him like he was a god. And see, there's another problem. You treating him like he is a God. Now you done caused the man to sin. Now when he go back in there again, he ain't coming out because now he think he God. But that's a whole nother story, right? So you need to heal, okay? I'm telling you, I don't like to say I get off topic, because I come in and I say, God, what is it that you want me to talk about? Because I be having what I'm going to write, what I'm going to talk about. This is what I want to teach, because this is what I have not gotten off this book yet. I started and nothing happened, because it's not for me to talk about it. It is for me to say what needs to be said. And if you're willing to listen, then hey, you listen. If you're willing to have a good laugh, then we're going to have a good laugh. But have you ever noticed that the pastors that stand before you, you go in there and you go into church? I talked about this the other day. You go in there and you go in to church. Well, actually, you go in the house of worship, because you're the church, and we're going to talk about that too. So you go in there and he preaching good and he having a good time. Y'all having a good time. Y'all kumbaya. Y'all with the praise team. Y'all done did the Tootsie Roll, put the push-ups, whatever it is that you want to do up in there. Y'all get excited. Y'all run through the aisles. You get excited. You do all these things. You get excited. When it's over with, because you feeling real good, that wig halfway off your head, makeup, mascara ran off your face, the doggone black spray paint the dudes get it and sweat it off. Y'all sitting there looking crazy after church, and everybody like, okay, you look crazy, but it's cool, because I know what you went through. I seen you in there running around. I seen you in there. And then when you get to work, somebody say, I seen you at the altar. Why are you telling me about it? Anyway, seeing all that, and then you get out and you so excited about church, you get on that hands-free phone, because y'all ain't supposed to be talking on the phone and texting on the phone when y'all driving, and y'all just driving like, Pastor was so good, let me tell you. And he said, well, what did he talk about, girl, he said, what did he say? What did he say? It was so good, I can't even remember. Well, you can't remember because he fed your flesh. He fed your flesh. Nothing about what he said fed your spirit. Nothing about what he said. Because if he fed your spirit will know, because your spirit is truth. Your spirit is gospel. Your spirit is going to tell it. It's going to tell the gospel. The spirit want others to know. But if he ain't feed that and he fed your flesh, you're not going to remember, because you will not repeat nonsense in your Father's name. Ooh. Dang, I said that. Yep. You will not. You will not never. So next time, you will not. You will not never. So next time, you will not. You will not never. So next time, when you go to church, you sit, thank you for following, and you sitting around talking about some, oh God, it was so good. Dang, he done fed my flesh. Okay. So know that he fed your flesh, meaning that now you need to go heal whatever it is that he fed that made your flesh feel good. Because that's not what's supposed to be feeling good. That's not what's supposed, your spirit. Matter of fact, when you leave out of there, you're supposed to have a glow. It's supposed to be feeling good. That's not what's supposed, your spirit. Matter of fact, when you leave out of there, you're supposed to have a glow. Like on Leroy the Last Dragon, that glow. Yeah. People are supposed to see it in you. My son told me, I was talking to him. I love talking spiritual. He's 12. He loves to talk, and he has a gift. So we talk. People are supposed to see it in you. My son told me, I was talking to him. I love talking spiritual. He's 12. He loves to talk, and he has a gift. So talking, we just talking, and he said, and he watched me, and my baby was in tears, and I'm still going, because I see my baby in tears and tearing up. I see him, but I'm talking, and I'm the vessel at this point, and I'm going, but I can't even break to say, baby, are you okay? Oh, is it freezing? Oh, it's freezing. Baby, are you okay? Oh, is it freezing? Oh, it's freezing. Oh, it's freezing. What y'all didn't hear? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's freezing. Oh, it's freezing. What y'all didn't hear? Oh my goodness. Maybe. The devil is a liar. Yeah. Victory is mine. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. What about now? Am I still posted? I mean, posted. Am I still freezing? Tell me if I'm still freezing. Okay. So where y'all are, this is the hold on, y'all. Let me leave that open. This is my studio. This whole area is my studio. And I didn't want to record in here just yet because I'm still getting it together. All right. I don't know why I left off. Did y'all hear about the flesh? Feeding your flesh and feeding your spirit? Yes? The reason why you can't remember messages is because you fed your flesh? Give me a yay. Yay. Okay. All right. So now, as I was speaking about my son, right? So my son and I are having a conversation. Oh my goodness. Is it still delayed? Am I still having problems? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Hey, just come on in if I start freezing again. So me and my son having a conversation, and I'm going, right? And I'm just having this conversation with him. And I'm like, son, and I'm talking. At this point, I'm a vessel. See, the Spirit, when he shows up, he shows out on me. And that's why it's okay. Keep pushing. All right. And he comes in and he tells me, what I'm going to say. Basically, he shuts me up and he speaks. So in those moments, I can see what's going on, but my mouth, I'm just constantly going. It just keeps going and it keeps going. And my son, I'm looking at my baby tearing up as I'm talking, and he's tearing up. But I can't break and say, son, are you okay? Because the Spirit is in me. Now I'm going and 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 I'm going. And after it was all over with, now I ain't got nothing to say. I look at him. I say, baby, you okay? What's the problem? He said, Mama, your face kept changing. He was like, he told me he felt the Spirit. He was like, but your face kept changing. And so knowing what it is, and my baby was telling me, he was understanding that he was like, it was like you weren't the same person. He was like, it was like you was like glowing. It was like you was somebody else and you were talking to me, and I talked to his spirit. So in those moments, and what I'm trying to say is, that's what I said, when you leaving out of church and when the Spirit is on you, when it's on you, just like Moses came down from the mountain, guess what? He had this glow and it messed everybody up. Like, come on now, how's your hair all white and what is this? Because he was in the presence of God. And when you're in the presence of God, things change. You will see it in that person and it just goes. And that's how it is. So when you leave in the house of prayer, that's the glow you should have. It's not even so much that you should be shining. It's more so that you just got this smile about you. You got this brightness about you. Your walk change when your spirit is fed. But when your spirit is dry and it's not fed and your flesh is fed, have you ever seen people that say, I know what we can talk about. Let's talk about it. Celebrities. Let's talk about it. Celebrities. They walk around, they got the look, but their spirit is dry. So they look good with the makeup. Take the makeup off. They depressed, sad, and anxiety. What does their autopsy report say? Overdose of this. Because they're fighting whatever their flesh got them fighting. Have you ever been in a church or a house of worship and it's been someone that was very anointed, and you can see the anointing on them when they stand in the pulpit and when they speak? It's like they're not even there. Their eyes are not even there. They in a hole somewhere else. They're not even looking and making eye contact. They don't stare it off because it's not them. They're actually being a vessel being used. And then you have the ones that get the mic. They got to get in your face, scream in your face, scream across the way, call you out. You smoke cigarettes, you drink, you do this. And they ain't said nothing about all the 10 babies that they got, and they trying to say all 10 of them can't be mine. They ain't doing that. None of that. And that's what I'm saying. Understand, everybody just because they got the cloth on, everybody just because they look a certain kind of way. So let's talk about looking a certain kind of way. I'm going to talk to the women because I can't talk to the men about looking like a man because I'm not a man. I don't want to look like a man. I don't want to look like a man at all. I'm trying my best to be very feminine about things, but guess what? Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I want to knock people's head between the washer and dryer, but I can't do that. But it's okay. So let's talk about this. That Jesus glow. Yes. So listen, women so worried about when they go through the spiritual healing, or they're trying to, or they get married. To one, I'm a trip. Don't worry about it. So listen, they want to get married and they hear all these stories about what a woman should look like and how is this and how is that. So, so, all these different things. I should be soft spoken and I should go get my nails done. Just a little tip and, get some curls, those tight curls, the ones that you put rollers in, some back in the 80s curls, you know what I mean? Roll your hair up at night. Put your scarf on. We don't wear bonnets anymore. We wear scarves. When I go to God, I'm going to put a scarf over my head. When I do all these things, I'm going to... No. Girl, a Proverbs 31 woman is a you and a me. That Proverbs 31 woman that was in the Bible, that was great. She is amazing. However, I am Coach Nye, Proverbs 31 woman, the one that God made me be, the one that God told me this is who I'm going to be, gave me my purpose, my gifts, and told me to operate. See, you are your own Proverbs 31 woman. That was just the story that they had to tell. That's what that Proverbs 31 was. If you're trying to be like her, you're not going to make it. Listen, in the military, somebody ain't going to make it. Listen. You're not going to make it. He made you to be who you are. You have your own purpose. You have your own gifts. If he tell you to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and crochet and knit a blanket and sell it and go buy up some land, then go do that. But if he ain't told you to do that, please go sit down, have several seats, and go figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing. Because you have a job. You don't have that Proverbs 31 starting at verse 10 job. You have your own job. And whatever that is, it is time for you to write it out and become that and live that and be that. I'm not fixing. Listen, God knew what he was doing when he created Coach Nye. He knew. When I said, God, send me down as your angel and send me down, I got it. But you already know I'm always late to worship. I'm always late for all that. So 5 o'clock in the morning ain't going to work for me. And God, because he's my father, he already know what Coach Nye can handle. So he said, okay, coach. Okay, baby. Go on down there. Okay. You Proverbs 31. I need you up no later than 10, okay? I need you to be up, eyes open, ready to talk and listen, at least by 10. He did his big one. And I need you to be ready to be able to take phone calls, help people when they pray. And listen, sometimes it's going to be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning when people call. These are going to be your best operating hours, okay? I'm going to make sure of that. But I know at 5 o'clock, that ain't for you. It ain't for you. I know it's not for you. So I'm going to make sure that I keep you. But however, you do know in emergency purposes only that 5 o'clock will work just as well as a 12 in the afternoon, a 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because you know your job. Okay? Cool. Send me. I'm ready. Thank y'all. I thank you. Listen. So I'm going to do my job. I'm going to stand in my purpose. See, only a few people knew how I was spiritually. I didn't want to scare people. I'm like, nah, I don't really want to scare nobody. Because I thought that once they seen that I have a discerning spirit, I intercede. I can see straight through you. I can already see. I can smell the BS coming. Like, listen, I already know it's about to be some mess coming in my house here soon. I can't talk about it, but just remember what I said. So when I come back and give you the testimony of what's going to be happening, I already know. It is nothing that was, I got a bird's eye view or I got an inkling or nothing. It's in my spirit. When my spirit shakes, when my spirit tell me, and that's one thing you have to learn to listen to your spirit. We be out here talking about some, God, should I do it? Your inner voice be like, hell yeah, girl, do it. High five, yes. That loud voice, just like how loud I was, that's your inner child voice. That ain't got nothing to do with spirit. That got everything to do with your flesh. That got everything to do with you saying that's what you want to do. So God, should I buy this? I know I ain't got no money, but God, should I buy this? And in the inside, do it. You only live once. YOLO. That is not God. Nope, that was not your spirit. That was all you, boo. I'm going to need you to take accountability and credit for that. I'm going to need you to understand that that was you, okay? Don't go on in life or the rest of the week saying, God told me, God, why would you tell me to buy this and now I ain't got no money? No, 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 no. I need you to understand, rock back and forth in your chair when you sitting crisscross applesauce, rocking back and forth, pulling your doggone wig off, peeling it off your scalp because you done glued it down real good because you was feeling real good. So you glued that thing down. Now you want to peel it off and you rocking back and forth and you got to take that cap off. You know what I mean? And this stank. You're finally going to peel it off. It ain't been peeled off in about 2 months and it stank. Now you mad because you don't listen to yourself, but you blaming God. I need you to rock back and forth while you peeling it off. Get on, now you done spent all your money. You can't get back on TikTok, on the QCOC, whatever wig company. I bought a wig from there. I just can't remember the name. And you can't buy another wig because you done bought something stupid or you done got Buddy out of jail. And God done told you. I told you to stay away from him. God, when did you tell me that though? You know when I told you that. When I told you the first time when you bailed him out of jail. The first time when you won that lottery and you said, okay, I won $500. And he said, listen, I know what I could do with that. Listen. So you know my rap career taking off. All I need to do is buy me a beat. Listen, with my t-shirt business, all I need to do is get the print machine and do that. Now I got to be careful with the keywords because they'll kick me off. The WEED store now. And listen, we can open one up because in LA it's very it's not illegal no more. So we can open that up, put that towards that. Man, I'm telling you, and stand behind you taking a picture. Taking a picture behind you. Wait, let me get it right. Yeah, while you sitting there with the red nose, the red clown nose looking crazy. I'm talking about that's my man. I'm going to give it to him. And see, that's when God was telling you then. But then you kept going on and on. Now you ain't got no place to stay. And guess what he talking about? Well, how you mess up the rent money? Man, this is why I don't fool with you. Or the other scenario. Now I got to find out how I'm going to put a roof over our head. We should have been doing that anyway. But anyway. Yes. Yes. Because ain't no good in that. He's a bad man, Savannah. Yes. Now he talking about something. Now I got to figure out, talking about you now to your face while you sitting there looking just like that clown, Bella. Sitting there looking just like that clown and talking about something. Yeah, she done spent up the money. She done did this. She done did that. You know what I could have done with that money? Do you know exactly what I could have done with that money? Man, I could have went and got me a pair of J's. Oh, you know that new fitted hat? Man, and I'd have got me a video game. Man, what's she talking about? What they say? What's she talking about type shit? Shut up. Shut up. They done restricted me. They done restricted me. I was trying to keep from getting restricted, but at the end of the day, oh well, that's moving along. At the end of the day, listen. You have to know what's for you and what's not for you. Run the likes up so we can get out of the restriction jail and get back in the rotation. But at the end of the day, I don't really care if nobody else come in because obviously I'm talking to the people that need to be talked to. They're supposed to get the message. So let's go move forward, moving along, moving forward. Right? Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for spending this time with me too. So listen. You're so welcome. So you got to understand what is your purpose. You can't let everyone have access to you. Everybody is not worth you. You may not see your worth. You may not see your worth. You may not see your power. You may not see any of that. But trust me, everybody else sees it. That's why when you walk in that building, the spirit has already walked in for you. And when you walk in that building, that's why people start acting funny because they see what's in you and you don't see what's in you. You understand? Those are the type things. Restriction because your live does not comply with the For You fee eligibility standard under the community guidelines. Okay. Your live contains things that some may find uncomfortable. Okay. All right. I mean, because what we were talking about is you giving that man your money. I I guess TikTok said, we need these women to continue to get these men the money. See, that's what the enemy does. He does his job. He's supposed to do his job. He's supposed to do his job. His job is to show up and show out and shut things down. That is his job. My job is to keep going because your restriction has no restriction on my God. My God, if he say that I need to speak, and if he say I need to be in the FYU page, then I'm going to be on your For You page. And that's it. And that's it. So you got to remember who you are, whose you are. Stop allowing people to have access to you. Why do they have access to you? The people that have, I don't care if it's your sister, your brother, or your mother, your father, your cousin, aunt, brother. I don't care. Thank you. That's right. Share it, you guys. Share it. I don't care. Everybody right now, just share the live. Thank you for the rose. When you start standing in your purpose, and let's talk about standing in purpose, because I keep telling y'all to stand in your purpose, and I keep telling y'all to heal. But what does that really even mean? What does that mean? What does it mean when they say stand in your purpose? And because if you would have told me that a while ago, years ago, in my 20s, I would have been like, hold on. Even in my 30s, I would have been like, hold on. But that means, that you have already went through the awakening, and God has already spoke to you and told you, my child, your time has come. Wake up. What kept playing in my head, and it just kept coming. I get woke up. Remember who you are. That was me. And I get up like, okay, God, remember who I am. Who am I? Because I'm tired. I'm missing out on sleep. I can't sleep because you keep telling me, remember who I am. Who am I? Look at that. You see that? It says I am. I am all of those things. I am intelligent, powerful, unapologetic, beautiful, influential, love, resilient, magic, black magic, a woman. I am all these things. Yeah, it's like, remember who you are. Who am I? What do I need to do? Right. What is happening? I don't understand. Yes. And listen, let me tell you something. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, if it's an obstacle in your way and it is time for you to operate, my best thing for you, if he has told you to leave a situation or a person, I suggest that you leave on your own free will. Because if he has to intervene, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt so bad that you have no choice but to leave. He will mend your broken heart. But at the same time, he will make sure, right, that is gone, because that person will not be able to attach to you. As we've been talking about for the past week. Hey, what is that song? Everything attached to me wins. Everything attached to me wins. The devil is a liar. Because here's the thing with that song, and I'm going to keep preaching this song and keep preaching about this song. And I want you to hear me and hear me very well. Everything attached to me win. Yes, it does win. They suck you dry. They attach themselves to you. They take your gift. They do all these things, suck you dry and take from you and make you feel like hell. And it hurt like hell, yes. But when you get to the point and you heal, it's everything that you attach to win, because you are the abundance. You are the blessing. You are the top dog. You big dog now. You ain't no puppy no more. You big dog. You the one. So people that come and attach to you are the ones that's low vibrational, because the ones that's high vibrational, they don't need to attach to you because y'all rocking the same. They're high vibrational. They're abundant. They know who they are right now. At this point, all they're trying to do is it's time for y'all to connect. It's time for us to band together like the Power Rangers and make one big Power Ranger. Do you understand what I'm saying? People that's low vibrational want to attach to you, want to hold on to you. You make it big. Now they know you. Now y'all best friends. No, everything attached to me, you're not winning because you're not attaching to me at all. Boop, should have had a V8. Get on up out of here. You're not attaching to me. I pick and choose what attaches, what I want to attach to. God will bring people into your life, right? It does not mean that you have to attach to them. What that means is, what did God bring that person into your life for? He brought that person into your life because it's something that needed to be said or been done. I'm going to start doing that, right? Boop. So listen, here we go. Let me see. Emily, God brought you into my life. Okay. And I chose to put you where I want you in my life. Oh, you're going to be my best friend. I'm going to tell you all my business. I'm going to take you shopping. And I ain't taking you shopping, but, that's what Diddy do to people. But they ain't taking you shopping. We going to go shopping. We going to go hang out. We going to do all this. We going to do that. You're going to be my BFF. When the whole time he brought you into my life because I asked him to help me start a business, bring me the right people that's going to help me start my business. Well, guess what? You came. You may not even got a business started yet, but you have an idea. Are you going to say something? Are you going to say you went through this one company? That's all I needed from you. But yet I attached you and put you where I wanted to put you. And that's the thing. You got to categorize people in your life because we get in these relationships and these men and these women come in our life. And then we make them our boyfriend. We make them our girlfriend. We make them our husband, our wives. We make them where we want them to be because we feel like, oh, he is so fine. I see them in his gray sweatpants and I want it forever and ever and ever and it's all for me and blah, blah, blah. And he see her and he chasing skirts and he running behind her. He getting all this done and he feels so good. So here's the thing. You get them, and then all of a sudden nothing work out. Now you crying, looking crazy, snotting, looking like Roscoe, sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, rocking back and forth, peeling that wig off, mad because that black hairspray done sweated down in your eyes. Now you crying, you looking crazy. You don't know what to do. You know you need to eat, but you ain't gonna eat. Dog licking all on your face because, hey, he hungry too. Kids just sitting there like, is we still going to Dairy Queen? Y'all just sitting there looking pitiful. And guess what? Your fault. And then you sitting there like, God, why you bring them back? And you know what everything I'm going through. And the enemy sitting there like, yeah, baby. Rolling like a big shot. Hey, he feeling good because he did his job. His job was to confuse you. God brings no confusion. He allowed the enemy was like, yes. Listen to your inner voice because that inner voice, that was your child. That was your child. That was a childish part in you that needed to heal. Talking about, yes, look at them gray sweatpants. I like him a lot. I love him. Oh, I love her. Take my wallet. Take all my money. My grandma gave me this house. You can have it. Looking crazy. All because you put that person in your life where you wanted them to be. Not where God told you they needed to be. That's right. So now that you understanding that when people come into your life, sit back, take some time and say, God, what is this person for me? What's this person for? Why did you bring this person into my life? Now, if you hear a loud voice say, because it's time. Are you listening to them, all them tarot card readers telling you, oh, he coming? He is coming. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. How they go about getting their information, maybe. They're not wrong. But they can't tell you who he is. So you take everyone, or every girl, and you run with it and say, that's it. That's it. They said it's signed. No. When God bring you who you're supposed to be with, it'll be when you're healed. Listen, I said, and I get frustrated sometimes. I'm just like, God, why? I'm ready to do this thing. And I'm ready to, but what did I do? Remember the divorce I told y'all about? I got divorced. Well, 10 years later, I was like, what? I'm just going to marry him again. We're grown now. We're older. Things will work out. Things that, girl, bye. And that's all because I was sitting there and I felt it in my spirit that I'm about to get married. That my spouse is coming. And what did I do? Why not? We got kids together. We get along. So why not? Guess what? 11 months later, divorced. You are not for me. I left you alone from get-go. So what did I just teach myself? Hey, Coach Knight, what did you just learn in that moment? Never backtrack, teacher. Yeah. I stopped being a student that day. I was like, no, it's time for me to be a teacher. Because I messed that one up. Okay. Because the enemy, what did he do? He needed to keep me contained. Because he knew. Remember when I said everybody knows what's in you before you know which. He knew right after this if I would, the next year, he knew that I was about to start standing in my purpose. He knew that. So he was like, oh, snap, let me get her back with this dude. Because with this dude, he's going to keep her, making her feel small. Silly devil. Tricks are for kids. Lies are for kids. No, it's not going to happen. So I'll tell you what's going to happen, buddy. I'm going to divorce you. You're going to get up out of here. Okay? Carry on. Let's pretend like that never happened. And I'm going to move further on with my life. And all of a sudden, it was like, girl, it was like I was just floating. I start having a theme song when I walk, when I talk. Everything changed, like overnight. Everything. All of a sudden, I'm a big girl. I'm like, great, dang, I finally feel like a grown-up. I did. I finally feel like a grown-up. So I need to start doing grown-up stuff. And what should I do, God? Tell me how to be a grown-up. Come on, God. Tell me what I need to do. Tell me, because I was lost. All I know is he woke me up. I was standing in some purpose and power. And I'm like, okay, God, tell me what's next. Tell me what's next. I stopped listening to my own understanding. I'm like, God, tell me what's next. I start leaning my ear. Tell me what's next. I go into prayer and I'm searching. I'm opening the Bible. I'm looking for him to tell me what is the sign. I'm looking for signs everywhere. If I'm riding in a car, anything that says something. If I see a license plate, okay, God, is this what I'm supposed to do? Don't let me see 333-222-111. Oh, okay, that was a sign. God, is that a sign? I'm talking about I am now completely leaning on you, God. I don't want to hear nothing than what nobody else got to say, because now I'm nervous, because I'm not scared. I ain't never scared. I have no fear because you told me not to fear. But God, you put me in this position that I have to stand in front of people and be this leader. And I'm sitting here like, and then, wow. And then he reminded me, you've always been a leader. What you talking about? It's in you. You were born with it. You are a leader. Now lead. And I was like, dang, I've been a leader before. Well, I ain't been this kind of leader. God, you ain't have to just be all just straight to the point. You could have just said, like, hold on, daughter, let me give you a hug. You could have sent somebody to pray on me. You could have you just basically told me, shut up and do my job. And, I'm not really feeling it, but I'm going to shut up and do my job because you told me that's what my job is. So now I'm confident now. And it's like, all right, cool. He told me to make a video. All right, I'm making a video. Hey, you guys. And I would come on and I would be like, hey, you guys. Hey, how you doing? It's Coach Nye. I just want to give you some encouraging words. And I'm just going and saying these stuff and it's just rolling off my tongue. And then I realized that, oh, I'm a vessel. I get it. I'm not supposed. Oh, okay. I'm not supposed to do anything. Okay. I'm just supposed to show. Okay. I need to press the button. Oh, got it. And then guess what he did? So when I was a child, I wanted to be a writer. And we've been talking about this. I wanted to be a writer. But everybody told me, no, because I ain't do nothing in school. I mean, I wasn't getting no good grades. I was straight off the bat, just like, if I get an N, which is needs improvement in elementary, that means I can still pass. I'm good with that. So I don't want to do none of that. So the thing was, I want to be a writer, but nobody believed in me. Everybody told me I would not be one. Everybody was just like, no, not you. Absolutely not. You're definitely not going far. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then, whatever. And then all of a sudden, after all that, he told me to get on there. All I want to do is exercise. I want to do my personal training stuff. And I want to get you out there. And I want to show you guys how to do this. And I want you guys to be healthy. I want you guys to do this. Come on, you guys got it. I'm the motivational coach. Yes, let's do it. And he was like, no. I need you to open that. And I need you to give encouragement. Okay, then we're going to do the side chat with Nye. I don't know what this is about, but he told me to shut up. I'm doing it. And then I'm minding my business. I'm feeling good. Guess what? I'm a writer now. Yes. So let me tell you. So now one day I'm laying in my bed. I'm feeling good. Like, okay, everything's going good. I'm doing my workouts and I'm doing motivational. I feel confident. I mean, God, you did your big one. Okay. Because that's what I thought it was. And then one day he said, write a book. Oh, now come on, bro. What? What am I going to write about? This is me having a full-blown conversation because I said straight up, like I said, when I was laying there and I don't like to be bothered because I'm good and lazy when it comes to certain things. When I'm rested, I'm rested. And when he said that, it was real straight up a book. Write a book. You want me to write a book? For why? What am I going to talk about? Yeah. And I was like, what am I write about? And then he was like, look, girl, all this time I've been waking you up in the middle of the night. You've been writing in this journal. You think you was just writing in a journal and it wasn't going to come back to do something with? You thought you would just write it down? Because I was writing all this stuff down. It come to me. I'd be in the middle of cooking. Something come to me. Oh, write it down. And then I got to the point I got real good and lazy because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get up, cutting the light on, write it down. I started using my iPhone for what it was. Because all I used to use it for was to text and answer a phone call. That's it. Give me that voice memo. This is October, such and such. It's 2:00 in the morning, and my dream was this, and this. Sometimes I come on sounding good and Barry White. It's October, and it's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm had a dream about, you know what I mean? And I would do that, right? And so I'm doing this, and I don't understand why I'm doing this, and I don't understand I'm doing it. He's like, write a book. Okay, God, now you, okay. I said, okay. Finally, took about a week or two, maybe. I was like, all right, God, what am I supposed to write about? He said, open your book. Now, I know if he telling me to open this book that is completely full and write everything in this book. However, let me tell you how smooth it was. Because I was labeling it what the dream was about, and I give it a title. That was my chapter. 14 chapters. It was 13 chapters. So 13 topics, and I had stuff in there. And then the times when he was saying, get on there and do a video. And I get on there, hey, it's Coach and I just want to give you encouragement, side chat with I, and then this topic is going to be about this. And then the podcast, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you that. He had me do a podcast. I'm like, okay, you tripping. You really tripping. I don't even like talking to people, but I'm going to do it. Then I had to go back and look at those topics. That's how I ended up with the 13 topics. And what was so funny is each topic that was in my book happened to be a topic in the video that happened to be a topic in the podcast. And I never, because I'm Coach Nye in my flesh, in my own human activity thinking, never put the three together and thought like, all this kind of floated. Never. I just got on there and spoke when he told me to. And so I said, okay. So now I'm like, okay, I ain't got no money to publish nothing. I'm like, okay, well, okay, you want me to write the book? I'm sure you're going to give me the money. So now I'm talking to my god sister, and I'm like, hey, we're just talking about stuff. She going through stuff. And I was like, listen, I'm over here trying to write a book. And, get this podcast and all this together. I said, but I don't even know how to go about. I said, I know you wrote a book. Who did you go through? She said, I am a publisher. Now, my god sister, she's a first lady. Well, actually, she's a pastor now. And I said, wow. She said, but you never asked. I said, I never thought to ask. Who said when did you have all these jobs? Like, what was you doing behind the scenes? I just thought you had one job. I thought you was like being a mom and you was just like being a first lady, doing first lady stuff, like in the church, like, hey, ladies, let's get it together. Let's clap for God. I didn't know you had all this going on. You got a whole production going on. And she was like, but you never asked. I should know these things. Do you understand? It just flowed just like that. It was like boop, boop, bam. And now I'm an author. Now I'm global. Now I'm in stores. Now, you know what I mean? I have something to tell. And then the craziest thing is I was so protective of it. I was protective of every word that was in that book. And I know I got on my god sister's nerves so bad. I know, listen, we go through some stuff. Our fathers died. Our fathers hung out together. They both ended up with cancer. They both died. And then around the same time, they both was in the same funeral home. Funerals around the same time. And then what? we didn't know. I just happened to go back home, she back home, and then boom, we find out everything. So we are connected, right? But anyway, so when God tell you to operate, you have to. And see, the enemy was trying to mess me back up in a relationship that I had let go, in a situationship that no longer served me, and mesh me back up because it was time for me to stand in my purpose. See, everybody else, when I first started getting on here, everybody like, oh, she done went through a divorce and she just, she going through it. They were laughing. A lot of people were laughing. A lot of people did. A lot of them was like, oh, she trying to act like she not sad. And no, I wasn't sad, because I understood the assignment. I understood what just happened. I categorized and put this man back into my life that he wasn't supposed to be in my life. Okay, and move next. There was no embarrassment about it. There was no nothing. But people tried to keep me down. That was the enemy. He was coming for me because I was coming out of that low vibration, right? And as I'm ascending, see, you just don't ascend. You just don't wake up and say, glory be in me and glory be to God, and I am here and I am her. No, that's not how it goes. It's a process. So in that process, as I was ascending, slowly ascending, I had people attacking me. The enemy put his best foot forward. The enemy came for me so fast, came for me so hard. I mean, he was charged. He came for me so hard and charged. I mean, I ain't never been attacked like this. I'm talking about every day, every hour on hour, I'm getting attacked. Whether it was through my kids, whether it was through my dogs, whether it was through my neighbors, whether it was just period. The enemy was coming for me. Oh, excuse me. That's because he knew what was about to happen. So he had to put it on there. He brought my family against me. My family came up against me. My brother did something that was so distasteful to me. That was just that ruined our relationship, that we'll never be the same. But at the same, I love him because I know unconditional love. But he brought that against me, and me and him was like this, but now we're like this. But at the same time, I love him because I have unconditional love. Now it's boundaries, so it's a gate between us. He came up against me. He came up against me and my mom. And at the same time, I love her, so I'm going to always love her. But I put up boundaries, and there's a gate in between us now. So it was things that he was trying to do, but in those times, God was giving me lessons like, hey, let him do his job. Let me do my job. Lean on me and trust me. Trust that I'm about to do what I'm about to do, and understand that it's for your good, and understand that I'm about to get the glory out of this. So I'm allowing him to let these people attack you. These the same people that's been attacking you for all your life. These are the same people that's been coming up against you ever since they met you. So now in this hour, I'm allowing him to allow them to touch you, just like I did with Job. And do you remember, I did not let Job fail. I gave everything back to Job, but I needed Job to stand still. So here we are now. Here we go, Coach. Now they coming for you. You take that. I'm going to be your buffer, because it's not going to touch your heart. It's going to touch your mind a little bit, but it's not going to touch your heart. It's going to make you think a little bit, but it's not going to touch your heart. It's going to make you feel a type of way, but it's not going to touch your heart. It's not going to break you down. And then the moment that I got really weak and it touched my mind, and it touched my emotions, I'm on the floor and I'm crying. I'm crying. And God, you said trust you. And I held him accountable for that. I said, God, you said trusting you. I'm trusting you, God. You said have faith as little as a mustard seed. And Lord God, I got faith as little as a mustard seed. God, you said you was going to be there for me. Where are you in this hour, God? I need you in this hour. And that's when everything stopped. It got quiet. It's like my ears was ringing. Everything went quiet because he showed up. And when the student is ready to listen, the teacher is going to show up. The teacher showed up and he told me, listen, I needed you to be right where you are, because right where you are is where you'll never be again. And when he picked me up, that's when I realized what the armor of God was. That's when I realized that whose I am and who I am and what I stand for and who I stand for. I understood my purpose. All of a sudden, my gifts became just like that. I woke up. All of a sudden, now I'm awakened. I'm awakened to what my gifts are. And now I'm standing there, and how I'm defeating the enemy, I'm praying now. All of a sudden, the enemy is like, wait a minute. Who is she? What happened to Nye? He walked around my whole house. He went through my vehicle. He went through my job. He went through everywhere. It's trying to attack Nye, but he cannot find Nye. And the reason why he cannot find Nye, because I am no longer Nye. Remember, God changes names. So you remember when it was Saul, but when it was time to use Saul, he made him Paul. Must I go on and must I go on? When it was time for him to use Sarah, which was Sahara, when it was time, he changed her name. So it's time for me to stand in my power lifestyle and in my mission right now. And in that, it was time to change my name. I became Coach Nye. This is how people are going to view you, Nye. This is how people are going to see you. I need you to lead. I need them to see you like I see you. I need them to come to you. And the reason why I need you is because you know how to do it. You know how to touch people's heart. You know how to get where they are. Meet them where they are. You know how to stay humble and not make people want to be less than what they are. You want them to be the best. Your testimony is something. See, because here it is. I told you I didn't like nothing about school. I don't want nothing to do with school. I don't want, matter of fact, don't give me no homework. Don't give me nothing. What happened to your homework? They say the dog ate it. No, the dog ain't ate it. The cat ate it. I don't know what happened to the homework. You know what? I was in the kitchen cooking some grilled cheese sandwiches. Somehow it got caught on fire. The whole book got caught on fire. I don't want nothing to do with the homework. So guess what? I will always sit back like, well, I got to play myself small because, yeah, I'm blessed. I did not graduate high school. Yeah, I'm blessed. I got my GED. Yeah, I'm blessed. I went to the military. Yeah, I'm blessed. Yeah, I ended up going to college. See, it was in those moments that God said, I need you to trust me. I got you. Everything that everybody said that you were going to fail. See, my brother always said, you wasn't the smart one. Yeah, but I'm smarter than you. I am where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm standing in my power. See, I am greatness. I am that because I am, he lives in me. I am of him. So what I'm trying to say is when it's time for you to do what you need to do, you just have to trust and you have to lean on him. You have to allow him to make you confident. Don't go around saying, hey, I'm going to do this and do this and do this and do this. And that's not how it's going to work. How it's going to work is you shutting up, listening, and move when he tell you to move. You operate when he tell you to. You study what he gives you. See, if I was to go and study my Bible all day, see, God already knew. I already told you. When he sent me down here, he didn't say, he already knew who he was sending down here. He knew who he was sending down here. It wasn't a surprise. Guess what he said? Okay, baby girl, she want to go. I'm sitting down now. She ain't going to study. She just ain't going to study. So her requirements don't cause her to sit around and study. So I got to put the word in her. I got to put it in her belly. See, he had to bury the Bible or the words and everything in me. I had to come here with it already in me because he already knew. Coach Nye, grab your Bible, study this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Right. What did you just learn? I'm not sure. It's not my thing. I'm not into that. I'm just like everybody else. What did you just read? So what he give me when he teaches me, when I go into, because I do go on my study now, don't get it twisted. When I go into my study, I allow him to tell me what it is that I need. I allow him to give me the word because he knows that's just how I'm going to digest it. I'm just not going to digest it. You got people that's walking around here, an encyclopedia, walking around here. They is Proverbs page 12, 1987 and King James Version, the edition 1956, edition 2316 with the X numeral numbers. It says, oh, wow. It doesn't make me want to be like them. It doesn't. Nope, not at all. Sure don't. It just makes me like, wow. Okay. It says that. Now my question to you is, can you break that down for me? I'm sure you can't. However, that's why we have our own free will. You have to go in there and read it for yourself. I don't come out to be Pastor Nye. No, I am your coach. I am your mentor. I am here to help you stay in alignment by understanding how to heal, how to love yourself, how to accept the things that you have done in your past. Yes, guess what? Those things happen. Those things happen. Child, can you imagine? Half of my embarrassment, the pictures I took, and I thought I was fine taking them pictures. I don't want that stuff to be shown. But let's be real. Let's be real. You know, you in relationships, these are things y'all do. You know, you got some people that go out and do videos. These are things they do. But now you're being called. And then what if that stuff resurfaces? I don't care. Because I'm going to tell you what, I look good. Okay? That's all that's going to be said. I look good. I am not who I was. I'm not saying I was just out here taking pictures. Don't be running with that talking about, oh, she's a porn star. No, I'm not, okay? But what I'm saying is we all have our embarrassment. We all have the things that we went through in life, things that embarrass us. And those are the things that the devil kept over my head of how I used to act, how I would fight. I'm talking about physical fight, how I would cuss, how I would, I was the WWE homegirl. You come to me, you down. I don't care. I don't care. That's just how I was, So it was like, how can I stand in front of people and then be who I am today? Just like how I am, being who I am today. I don't worry and care about who I was. Yeah. Yes. I don't care. Listen, I have people, I don't care if you live in the projects. Guess what? I can go to the projects and hang out. I can go to the White House and hang out. I can do whatever because I am not too great to go back to the projects. And once I go up with the government, I am not better than. No, nothing's going to change who I am. I am who I am. And that's what makes me who I am. And you know what's crazy? I'm looking at the amount of people in here, right? And it's crazy because at one point it was like 90. It was like, going up and up and up. And then the enemy came with the interruptions. And what he wanted me to do is quit because the numbers dropped. Then I came and got restricted. And he want me to feel, I don't. Because what's in here is what needs to be in here. I don't care if it was one. I'm not going to change the way I speak. I'm going to continue as if I got 1,000. That's because I'm doing God's purpose and doing his job and giving him the glory. Everything goes back to him. It does not stay with me. I get no pleasure of walking around because I got a couple of people that told me, I'm so glad I'm in here. Oh, I love you. Oh, this. Because I'm not God. I am just a vessel. And my job is not to, it's like, okay, let's talk about it. So you got different jobs up in the house of the worship, right? So as the church, as the people, we have our own gifts. So if your job is to prophesy, then you prophesy. My job is just to discernment. Your job is to interpret. You see how I said just to discernment? Listen, just to discern stuff. You are to interpret. You are this. But then I want to get up here and I want to prophesy. Yeah, baby. Yep. That man cheating on you. You know why? God told me, and I see it in his eyes. I see it in his eyes. I see it on him. I see it on him. It's all over him. I rebuke it. And then she leave out that church, and her man still cheating on her because I know him. I actually know him. I seen him cheating, chasing skirts. But, I'm the fake prophet because I done stepped into, I'm supposed to be discerning, and I done stepped into a whole nother role that ain't got nothing to do with me, right? Because that's what they do in the church, right? In the house of worship, this is what they do. They do what they want to do. And so now this man go out here and he's still cheating, but I'm looked at as high ranking. Everybody look at me as a great leader. Everybody like, yes, she done rebuked it, so therefore it ain't gonna happen again. No, he's still out there chasing skirts. Now he chasing your sister's skirt. And hey, I don't know what to tell you. Now you come back like he's still cheating. And then you looking at me crazy. And then the one that's prophesied, she comes in and say, well, that's because you went to the wrong person. I don't know why you went over there to coach now. Look at her. She over there coaching people now. That's her job. She's just discerned. You went over there trying to get a gift and a prayer from somebody that's not their gift. That's not the gift. It's not the gift. But because You're so desperate and you lack the knowledge in your spirit. You keep it down. You keep your flesh on top of your spirit that you don't even know what to look for. And the whole time, guess what? You a healer. You the healer. You going to coach now, talking about pray over me, get this illness out of me. And you the healer. But because you don't trust yourself, which means you don't trust God, you run into me. But your gift is to heal. So you guys, look within. Look within yourself. What is it in you? Don't go ask nobody else. Let me tell you something. I went to a pastor because they told me, well, because I knew my gifts, but they told me, the pastor had to tell you your gifts. I'm like, okay, I guess I got to play the game if I want to operate in this house of worship because I'm ready to serve, right? So, but I got to let the pastor tell me what my gift is. So I went to the pastor and the pastor was like, well, I don't know if that's it. I just think you just had a dream. I said, yep, that's totally it. So I didn't get mad. I didn't say, well, my gift is, I was like, oh, okay, great. Okay, thank you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I have my reasons of why he said what he said. Because he was known around town himself, but doing his little thing or whatever. But I had to remember, everything happened for a reason. So I'm not supposed to be in this. My gift, it wasn't my time anyway, but my gift is not what's supposed to be in this house. This is not of him. This house is not of him. He don't reside in that house. So that's just like you being high vibrational and you trying to attach yourself to low vibration. Nothing's going to happen. You're not going to grow there. They're not going to grow. You're just there. That's what happens. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. I'm sorry if I'm missing y'all comments. So you have to stay focused on who you are. Yes. Stay focused on who you are. Believe in who you are. God don't tell you stuff for everything. Go back to your childhood. Go back to your childhood. So let's talk about that healing, right? We talked about how do you stand in your purpose. But let's talk about healing. Go back to your childhood. I want you to go back to, I can remember all the way till I was 5 years old. Ooh. I want you to go back as far as you can remember. And remember that one feeling that you did not like. That abandonment. So here's one for me. As a child, I was not abandoned. Let's put this out there and make this very clear. I was not abandoned. I'm an adult. I can understand that now. But as a child, so I remember we were still living on block. So when we lived on block, I was about 5, 4 or 5, all the way. I know we lived there all the way till I went to the 1st grade. And so I don't know if it was from birth to 5, but it was somewhere in between there. But I remember I went to my cousin's house. My favorite cousin, I call her my mom. And I remember I used to love being around, spending the night with her. But to me as a child, it was like, I just wanted to go home. It's like I was there forever. Like nobody explained to me why I was still there for so long. And I didn't mind it because I loved my cousin. I loved being around her, but I want to go home. And it felt like I was there forever. And it felt like I was there forever. And I remember when I talked to my mom, and I don't remember that deep conversation, but I remember my brother was there. And I wanted to come home. So as a child, I feel like, why the hell am I here? And he get to stay there, but I'm all the way. Why? What is happening? Did I do something wrong? Why do he get to stay and I gotta go? I want to go home, but nobody's asking me to come home. I'm a child. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if her and my dad was having issues. I don't know if they did want me to come home. I don't know any of that. I don't know these things. But as a child, so abandonment. I remember when I got pneumonia and I was sick and I was in the hospital. I remember I was born in the 80s, y'all, so bear with me. I just remember it was plastic, like zipped around me. And I was there by myself. Now I don't remember my mom coming up there, and for the life of me, she probably did come. I'm a daddy's girl. That was what was important to me, my daddy. He came. I know my mom worked, but my dad would come, but then he would leave, and I would cry because I want him to stay. abandonment. As a child, I was not abandoned. But as a child, that's what I seen and that's what I heard and that's what I felt. I was not abandoned. But as a child, you don't know anything. So I learned to be okay with being alone. Oh, wow. God bless. God bless. So as a child, I learned to be alone. I learned to distance myself, right? So when they would do family stuff, I don't want to do those things because I didn't feel a part of the family. Not because they made me feel like I wasn't a part of the family, but I was a child. Abandonment, that's in my mind, that's how I felt. You cannot take that from a child. You can't take their feelings. You can't tell a child what they feel. You can't tell them what they did. I wasn't abandoned though. I need to make that very clear. But that's how I took all that in. I always felt like I was like not a part of that family. Right? And so when I say you have to heal, you have to go back to those times. And those were the times, see, I can speak now and say I wasn't abandoned. I wasn't these things. But before I healed, in my mind, y'all don't like me. I was the black sheep. Y'all mistreated me. You didn't love me. I was saying all these things until I had to go in and unravel that. And I had to visit those places where it hurt. I had to visit that place where little Nye was crying. When I used to be by myself and just in my room crying. I had to go to that little 6-year-old girl that was in her room crying. And nobody knew she was in her room crying. And I had to go back to her. And I had to sit in that moment. Because I still remember what that moment felt like because it hurt. I have more bad memories than good memories. So I had to go and sit in each time that I was alone and I was scared, I was afraid, I was hurt, I was in pain, I was mistreated. I had to go back to each one and travel and sit in that. See, we can't really travel, but you can get that feeling. And what I would do is sit in that feeling. And now I have to have a conversation with my child self as an adult, right? And explain to that child what a parent or whoever was supposed to explain to me. But if they didn't know, they didn't know because I'm a child. They're an adult. You know how that was. Stay in a child's place. We're adults. So I had to talk to the child. And I just had to tell her that, listen, they didn't abandon you. Your mom had to work. Your dad was a good dad to you, but he was not a good provider to the family. Your dad was your best friend. You had a relationship with him, but he didn't do anything to help your mom raise you. I'm a mother now, so I know that my mother is not a bad person. So I know that me being in this hospital and her at work did not make her feel good. But she got to take care of the family. And so I had to go back and touch every base of everywhere where I was hurt. And that's why I can stand here confident now. So when God got ready to put me in my purpose, when I speak, I can speak with confidence because I healed when I felt I needed to shut up. When I felt I wasn't good enough to speak or talk. When I felt that no one was listening. I had to go back to those times of why do I feel that I'm not good enough. Speak to that. Now, all the time I grew up and I was told I was ugly. I was told that, you're not going to be this and you're not going to be that. I had to go back to that first time when I heard, oh, you're ugly. Oh, you got a big head, you got a big nose, you just gonna be ugly, you're black, you this, you this. I had to go back to that times when I heard those things and say, listen, people project on you what it is that hurt them. So they say those things. So that person that called you ugly, look at them. How do you describe them? Ugly. So, you're projecting what you feel on me. Back then, yeah, Back then, this was what mothers would tell their daughters. Oh, don't tell her she cute. Don't tell your daughter she cute. Let her not think she ugly. Then she won't be fast and then having babies and this, that, and the other. Well, that was so toxic. So I had to go back to my childhood and say, hey, she said those things because in her mind she was protecting you from being fast and having babies. It's like, and when you do that, when you go back to that baby you, don't forget the teenage you. Don't forget the young adult you. Hell, don't forget the girl that you was just yesterday. Because you might have just woke up today. And yesterday you was out there fighting and kicking the police cars and, drinking and, took your clothes off running down the street. I don't know. Forgive her too. Because she be tripping. But just know, that's not who you are today. I don't care if you decided 2 minutes ago to awaken or to step into your purpose or to heal. I don't care. I really don't. Your purpose is your purpose. And let me explain something to you too. So I'm gonna use author Latinia Emily Tawana. So I'm gonna use author Latinia Emily Tawana. So I'm gonna tell y'all. So let's say all four of us, right? We got a purpose. Because my job is to save the world. My job, I want my job. I don't want my job. I know my job is. And everybody say, you can't save the world. You got to lower your expectations. You don't tell me what to do. If God told me I'm going to save the world, then guess what I'm going to be? I'm probably going to be Mother Teresa. So stand by, right? So say, for instance, our job is to bring love back to humanity. It's just us four. Me, Arthur, Latrina, Emily, and Tawana. That's four, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. And that's what our job is. But I choose to not to heal. Now, not only are we going to heal the world, bring love and peace back to the world like Gandhi, right? Not only are we going to do that, we're going to become the new queens of the four corners, let's just say that, of the world. And we're the one that's going to hold all the money. We are the ones that run the world and run all the money. But we can't do that unless all four of us wake up. But I choose to, it's 7 p.m. Friday. I ain't got me. And I'm out here partying. And I'm having a good time. And I'm doing what my flesh feel I want to do because I want to stay stuck in low vibration. And that's how we have to look at our purpose. If God called you to purpose, go ahead and stand up. Stand up. Start standing in it because it's so much bigger than you. Now I'm holding up the process. Not only just for myself, but the world is counting on it. Because the generations that's going to come from me, they have a mission. They have a job. It is so much stuff that they have to do. But they can't do it because I'm 7 p.m. Friday. I'm doing what I want to do. So now I'm holding everything up. Now what you needed the income for to keep something alive, you can't have that because of me. That's why it's so important to stand in your power. Now, don't get it twisted. If Coach and I want to act a fool, God will just be like, you know what? You want to sit in the club, you're a little 7 p.m. Friday, you go on over there. And he'll go get somebody else. And push them through really, really fast. So they can be at the level so all four of us can do what we need to do. While I'm still over here twerking at the stoplight, whatever the habit song go. No. It is so important for us to stand and do what we need to do. See, when he told Abraham that he was going to birth nations, he didn't understand how far, because our minds can only go as far as we allow it because it's the flesh. Spiritually, but if he would have meditated and went in spiritually, see, Jesus used to go in spiritually. He used to go in and meditate spiritually. And when he would go in and meditate spiritually, he took the limits off of what his eyes could see here on earth, his human eyes. He took the limits off of those, and he took the veil off off of his eyes, and he was able to see spiritually, and he was able to go within and see what that spiritual thing is that people don't look at and understand is when you think the impossible, like, oh, you got a great imagination, and you like, oh, I can fly. I was dreaming that I can fly, but guess what? What if I told you you could? What if I told you that you could move things? What if I told you that, everything that you thought that can happen, it can. But you can only do it if you're in your spiritual element, in your spiritual mind. And you operated only out of that and got away from the illusion. What if that was true, right? So when he told him he was going to birth nations and everything, and Sarah like, how? I'm 90-something years old. My milk is powder. I can't have babies. What are you talking about? Whatever. See, what if it took them that long because they just could not get and stay in alignment? So as I talked about, so you have the abundance is attached to you, right? It's your birthright. This is your abundance. And you choose to not get in alignment. Not to get in alignment. You were supposed to be a billionaire at the age of 22. But at 22, you was not in alignment. You chose to do whatever you want to do. Now you're 91 years old, like Sarah. And that kid, you never had kids and you wanted kids. And you finally was like, you know what, I surrender. I'm going to use Sarah just for this moment. And then I'm going to get back to the real truth about her. But in this moment. And you married Abraham. And because he was in alignment, because he attached himself to her, she became blessed. Because she still went in alignment. We're going to talk about that. And now you're 90-something years old and you finally get in alignment. You finally decide to settle down, shut up, be quiet, and let this man marry you. Get in alignment with your husband. Now you sitting around like, how am I going to have kids? I only got 13 minutes left to live. Like, how am I going to have kids? But the abundance was already attached to you. But because you chose to stay out of alignment and do this, this for this long and do this, that, and the third, now you're finally getting your blessings. I don't want to be 90-something years old walking into my billions of dollars. I want to be youthful. So that's why it's so important. See, the thing with Sarah, she complained about everything. 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 It was like, you know what, Abraham, he got with Hagar. Wasn't a Hagar? I can't pronounce it right. Had the baby. It's kind of like, that's who you should have been with from the get-go. But whatever, that ain't none of my business. Let me stay out the biblical business, right? But anyway, at least she was willing to be like, okay, she's submissive. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Like, hey, this is what the man said. I mean, anyway, long story, blah, blah, blah. But Sarah complained about, Hagar. Okay. But Sarah complained about everything. Everything. Let me see. Hagar. Okay. But Sarah complained about everything. Everything. Let me see. How many? Listen. So let's talk about Adam and Eve. So you got Adam and Eve, and you got God put Adam to sleep, right? And you know how we was talking about our divine counterpart, our husband, our wives, and the different things, and everybody say, that this whole spiritual awakening and all this stuff, this, that, and the third, your divine counterpart, and your twin flame, and all that. So let's talk about Adam and Eve. So Adam was here. He could not bless Adam with what he needed. He could not bless Adam with what he needed, his spouse. And Eve wasn't even made up yet. He just put Adam to sleep, right? So a lot of y'all, and I'm going to end with this. A lot of y'all are waiting on your divine counterpart. And this is a few words for me. Yeah, and a lot of people are waiting on their spouse. The one that God said he's going to give you, but you keep finding the same energy in different people. The same type of energy in the same person. So this is the thing. The divine counterpart, which was Adam, he sleep. God put him to sleep to create Eve. And when he created Eve, he had to teach her. It didn't say how long did it take him to sew him back up and make them meet. See, in our eyes, because what we read and what we see, we're assuming that Adam went to sleep, 2 minutes later, he snatched, made Eve, stitched him up, said, Adam, wake up. And then he was like, oh, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, my baby. This is my wife. This is what I call you, my wife. That's not what happened. That's what our minds read because it's black and white. But let's look at it a little bit deeper. When he put Adam to sleep and he created a woman, made her whole. Let's look at it like he walked with her like Enoch. Put Adam to the side because he's asleep. Sick of him. Come on. Walked with her. Taught her. Spoke to his daughter. Taught her language, how to be, how to act, how to carry herself. The fruits. The land. Her role, how to be a wife. What is expected of a wife. How she should act, right? How she should wear her hair. How she should treat her husband. When she have kids, that he had to teach her that you're the one that's going to bring life into this because they don't know nothing about nothing. He's walking with her and he's teaching her. Who's to say it didn't take 40 years? Who's to say? Because he had to take time with her. See, when he talk about who he made, when he made man, it seemed like he made him real quick. You know, made stars, and let there be light, let there be dark, let there be water, let there be man. Boom. But it doesn't talk about how long it took him to make a woman. We are the only creature that God took time with, made us perfect and whole. So when he had to teach her all these things, how to be the best version of her, because life starts with you. And so you're going to be the standard of what a woman should be. I need you to understand that your breast here is made of milk. This is how you feed your baby. Your husband, this is how you feed him. Because for some reason, we still took care of y'all. Your husband, when he comes and he's complaining, you rub his back. You be gentle with him. I gave you the gift of love from your heart. This is how you cook the food that he's going to go catch. Do you understand all the steps that had to go into creating the perfect wife? Now, come on, Adam. Get on back over here. Now we wake him up. Wake up, Adam. You know he's snoring, snotting, and farting. Get on up, Adam. I know the first thing you did was, you know, how they go scratching themselves and doing everything, yarn. Looked at his side like, oh, snap. A bear done attacked me. Because, you know, they go in depths. They always want to fight something. And then he see this thing because he never seen her before. He see this thing. Okay. She is not like me. Where is her tail is in the front of her? I got a tail in front of me. Where's her tail? You know. And he's just looking. Just think about it. He never seen this before. What is this? What is this thou thing? He don't know. But immediately, when God awakened him, not when he woke up, when he was awakened by God, he realized, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone, I call you wife. Immediately he loves. So when you're sitting around and you're thinking like, when am I going to get my man? Just imagine, just remember, not imagine, remember this. He is somewhere sleeping. And he cannot, the man that God got for you cannot be awakened to who you are until you fix you and you work on you and you heal everything that's in you. And you not get to that point like, I'm healed. I don't want no another man in my life and I don't want, no. You do. Heal you. Because that's when that man is going to see you, whether you're at a bowling alley, whether you're in church, whether just like I am right now on this live. And he might be on here. He might be somewhere pushing on the door to say, Paul. I don't know. But at the end of the day, when he finally see me, he's going to say, that is my wife, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. It's immediately. You don't have to force it. You don't have to manipulate him. You don't have to tell him, hey, I'm her. Even if God showed you that is your spouse, your significant other, your wife or your husband, it is not your job to go to them and say, hey, here I am. Can you please stop pushing on that door? You got to pull it. Here I am. Come to me. Get in here. Get in me. Come on. Let's make these babies. Your job is to stay quiet. Continue to do your job. Because the more you heal and the more you work on you, that wakes him up and brings him to you. He's just going to come. It's just going to be out of nowhere. He's just going to show up. And when he shows up, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to convert back to that unhealed version of you because you've been waiting this long? So you guys, get into you. Work on self. It is so important because not only do your spouse need you, I need you. The next person needs you because we have a job and we have a purpose to do. All this God has called and he has awakened us. And only a few have been awakened. Everybody that's running around here with their turbans on and doing all these different things and talking about spirituality and going to these deities and I'm woke and I'm woke and I'm... Okay. But only a few are called. And then when those call, only a few answer. Or you can look at it, everybody's called, but only a few answer. However you want to look at it. At the end of the day, if your phone rang, I need you to answer it so you can help me do my job and do my mission. And that is helping the next person and helping the next person. So everything we talked about, I have fed your soul. I gave you some good laughs too, but I fed your soul. So you're going to remember what I said, and I need you to go give that to somebody else to help the next person. So I'm going to let y'all go. I love y'all. I am so thankful and grateful that you guys chose my platform to come hang out with me. Have a good night. All right, Tawana, thank you. Ooh, thank you for the roses. Ooh. Thank you for the roses. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I really do. I enjoyed it. Thank you for the follow. I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going to get off of here and cry. Yes, I am. Because I feel fed. I feel full. So you guys make sure you follow, share, send to others. I don't have a big following, but I'll get it when it's time. And I don't care if I don't, as long as I can get the message out. That's all I care about. But I am so grateful for you guys. Y'all just don't know. Y'all talking about I blessed y'all, so y'all blessed me. Yes. Thank y'all. Bye. Have a great night. And remember, today is November 1st. This is Days of New Beginnings. Ones mean everything. So you add those up. That is a 3. And everything about God is 3. Is divine. Everything that's important of that 1 is very important. Which you have what? The Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. And each one of them are powerful. And when you put them together, it is the Trinity. Bye.